Hey guys, we're back with Umineko. So I want to preface this basically. Well, first off, related to this video, I'm good at talking this way. And so this video probably has, I haven't edited it yet. I'm just recording this with episode 18's some background noise in the video. I don't know how bad it is, but I'm gonna do my best to edit it out, which don't rely on me for anything. But anyway, besides the background noise, which hopefully isn't too big of an issue, this is the last episode of Umineko we have. So we recorded 20 and 21, which is the last chapter, and then the last two chapters, the tea party and the witch's tea party for the last video. My hard drive crashed and I lost both those videos. I decided we shouldn't go back and re-record it since we hardly recorded as it is, and we'll just continue with episode 3. But unfortunately, we have yet to start episode 3, and part of me kind of feels like we never will. But I'm hopeful. Like, he's been busy. Like, I have nothing but free time. But hopefully, we start next month, next year, next 10 years, whatever. Because I had a lot of fun with the series. There is a final thoughts video that's gonna be going up the day after next. Like, I alternate days that you get it. Will be going up soon, so we still have that. It took us a couple months to record it after we finishing episode 2, so it's not as good as I would have liked, but it's still something. Anyway, so this may be like, I don't want to say that it's the end of the series because I still believe we'll start episode 3 hopefully, but it could be. So even if it's not, you'll be waiting a while for episode 3, I imagine. But yeah, that's all I guess I wanted to really say. I love recording Umineko with Grant, and I hope we can continue with episode 3. If not, episode 2's been a blast, so I'm content with that. Although I'd really like it if we did continue with the rest of Umineko, or even just 3, because I really want to reread. And no, I'm going on a tangent. I should just stop here. Stop all the bed. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching our Umineko series, everyone. Episode 19 will be right up, like, now. Well, bye. Now. Hey guys, we're back with Umineko no Nako Koryo ni, translated meaning when the seagulls cry, better known as Umineko when they cry. I just did double finger guns pointed at the screen. You can't see that, but it's cool as heck. I'm back with my co-host, my colleague.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you! Wow, you got promoted!
He's talking about me.
Yeah, you were just assistant before, but my assistant quit.
Assistant Coon quit?
Yeah. They got mad because they weren't getting paid. So I hope you don't have that problem.
Of course not.
So
I just want to get paid in Umineko.
Exactly! So we're here with Umineko, and I do have something to share before, since we're mystery themed, and then we can get into it. This will be the third to last episode of Umineko in episode 2. So that means the next time we record, that'll be the last one, since you gotta do the last 2 together. It's required. So, we're almost done with episode 2. So this will be our last recording session ever, because you'll never let me get Umineko off my hard drive.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so anyway, this is actually a Sherlock Holmes quote. I know Ace Attorney uses it, and it's semi-well known. You haven't gotten that far in Ace Attorney. It's from Ace Attorney 3. The coolest guy says it. You know, the guy with the laser mask.
Godo?
Godot. I don't know how to say his name. Godot. It's, once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. Which is a very good quote for examining Umineko. Find out what can happen first, and then analyze what can happen.
Okay.
You got that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I expect you to know who the culprit is immediately, since they just told you that quote. Can you please tell me everything about them and how they did it?
Alright. Here's the answer.
Expecting you to, like, copy paste, like, the picture of and then Battler cried again in Discord or something like that. Which I assume you're about to do now that I just mentioned
No.
it. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, that one emote. That's a great emote. So, yeah. Loading into Umineko. This one's shorter than last time. All of them will be shorter in episode 2 now than last time. So, yeah. We're in the home stretch. After Genji finished his late meal, you're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, after Genji finished his late meal, he went out to do the nighttime rounds inside the mansion. He did in some reheated soup that Goten made, along with some random leftovers from the refrigerator. Those were all things Goten made himself, and were of course delicious. He had half-heartedly gone to ask Rosa and the others what they would do for dinner. But he had been yelled at by a voice telling him that the canned food they had would be enough, and the door wasn't even open for him. So ironically, serving Genji was able to eat a more delicious meal. But why was it that Genji wasn't afraid to do the rounds all by himself, even though all those crimes had been committed and many people had met a brutal end? Judging by his appearance as he carried out his usual tasks without a trace of fear, so everything was normal, you might think all of the horrible events that day had been no more than a dream or an illusion. Wait, hold on, are you still on your Genji culprit theory?
I'm still on my servant culprit theory.
Okay. Oh, you're on the servant one now, okay. For a while, you're on Kinzo and Genji.
Yeah, well, that's Kinzo. The idea is that it's plus servants.
Oh, so Kinzo's directing the servants.
Someone at least.
Okay. So you can make the joke Genji's not afraid because he's the killer. So, like, he can clean up as he wants.
Yeah.
It's a bit late for that joke now, though. But I do want to confirm, you're still on the servant theory. Okay, got it. So, are Kumasawa and canon in that? Or which of the servants are in on it?
Well, I thought it might have been... So at least Genji, right?
Okay.
Let me look at the other servants. I have to remember.
There's 3 alive. Shannon and Goda. Or their live status might be up for debate after last time.
Right, so these few. Okay, so if my theory holds true, I do believe Genji is one of them. And
okay.
Wait, did George and Shannon not die last time?
We haven't seen them. The Battler hasn't seen them dead yet.
Oh, okay.
So they're not dead.
Okay.
But Genji, assuming Shannon and Goda did die there, Genji's the only one left alive. Well, we haven't seen Kumasawa's corpse yet, actually. That was a topic of debate the time before last. Remember? They just said she died. Also, you're breathing into your mic, I think. The farther you get in, the harder it is to keep there's multiple servants in on it, because now presumably the only one alive is Genji. Unless there's like different circles of how in on it they are, but then that just becomes even more complicated. So yeah. Do you have any more thoughts on it, or?
I'm not really sure if the other servants were on it, but I do know at least one of the currently alive servants, or I think I know at least one of the currently alive servants is definitely on it.
Okay, at least one of them has to be in on it.
Yeah, and I'm like fairly certain Kinzo is.
I mean,
I feel like Kinzo would be.
That's fair. I mean, Kinzo says he's in on it. Like, he's like, oh yeah, my roulette that I'm doing, that I have orchestrated. I mean, it makes sense for him to be, at the very least. Anyway, get started again. Unless you have anything more to add?
No.
Okay. Was he taking a philosophic view, or had he just accepted his fate? Genji must have considered it a virtue that, when the fate that awaited him was unavoidable, he carried out his duties systematically until the last moment. The depths of his heart would probably remain hidden for all eternity, unless he spoke of them himself. He had returned his master key to Rosa, so the places he could reach were extremely limited. All he could do was walk around the hallways, checking to make sure all the windows were closed. That probably made his rounds go a lot faster than usual. Well, Thunder played right when we cut. Well, that's convenient. This might be Battler, but I won't narrate until we know for sure. The sound of a reserve knock, This
Oh,
is
yeah,
Madeline.
it's
Yeah,
Madeline.
it's Madeline.
At the sound of a reserved knock, Aunt Rosa, who had been falling into a doze, jumped and woke up, pointing the barrel of the gun at the door as she yelled. Who is it? I was napping on a sofa, and that voice also brought me back to reality.
Oh wait, you're Genji, right?
Rosa-sama. It is I, Genji.
You're gonna be everyone.
Do you have some business? Don't worry about opening the door. Tell us from there.
You good?
Yes, ma'am. In that case, forgive me for speaking in this fashion. I have found Dr. Najo and Kumasawa's corpses. What did you say? I see. Very well. Let's go and check them. Until I see the corpses, I won't believe anyone.
Ooh, it's okay, Battler. If you stay with me, I'll definitely be okay.
Daijobu. Maybe my face seemed to be darkened with anxiety. Maria grasped my hands with her small hand and spoke softly, trying to give me courage. Since it was Aunt Rose's job to get ready to get on the same guard, it fell to me to remove the barricade of sofas. When I finished, I took a backward glance at Aunt Rosa, who was pointing the barrel of the gun over my shoulder, and opened the door. Genji-san, where are the corpses? In the courtyard. I shall guide you. Badala-kun, wait. Just in case, let's check the doors and windows of this room. Wait a second. Chow to a minute. Aunt Rosa called me to a halt to prevent me from going on ahead and began to carefully check the locks on each of the windows. But those locks had already been checked once. It felt kind of unpleasant, as though she suspected that I might have secretly unlocked them when we weren't looking. No, maybe Aunt Rosa was right to be this cautious. Though it was called a courtyard, it wasn't really a place, or a pretty place you could take a walk in, like the Rose Garden. On the contrary, since it was surrounded by the mansion on all sides, it made you feel a little uncomfortable, as though it was telling you that there would be no escape from this mansion no matter where you tried to run. On the other hand, that meant that even though you could still hear the violent winds, the wood itself was blocked. Genji-san held out an umbrella, but Aunt Rosa ignored him. She was probably hinting that the gun took two hands, and it would be dangerous if you took the umbrella. We didn't need Genji-san pointing for us to notice. Right in the center of the courtyard, you could see where Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa saw them.
Like there? Oh. He's gone! They got a gunner!
I'm confused.
Oh, what? About what?
I thought... Were Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa-san in the courtyard to begin with?
The bloodied room was, the servant room, where they were supposedly killed by cannon, ghost cannon.
Right.
Of course, we never saw their bodies. But now their bodies are here. Meaning they could have easily been moved. Incredibly easy by Genji or Kinzo. The only people we know that are alive, like, you know, unless someone faked their death, that had free access to move around. Because, you know, Shannon, Golda, and George were all together the entire time. Unless they were in on it too, but then, you know, it's complicated.
Okay.
So if you want the incredibly easy answer, Genji killed them and moved their bodies over here. But then, the hard part is one about, you know, Shannon and Golda. And, no, Kumasawa was dead. Saying, you know, they saw a ghost cannon.
I guess I'll learn more as we go.
And give it a minute to examine their bodies.
Aunt Rosa entered the courtyard without even opening an umbrella, so Genji and I entered the courtyard without opening one. Only Maria opened hers. Maria, is this... You know what?
Ooh! It's the 7th and 8th Twilights. There they go.
Oh, I heard the planks. I heard the drops.
They were already ready, but they got updated. Her corpse, which has gone missing, was later found in the courtyard. At the time, it had a weapon shaped like a stake rammed into its ankle. With this, even the 8th Twilight is finished. Rammed into its knee. With this, the 7th Twilight is finished. We'll see the 4th, 5th, and 6th in a minute.
I see. Certainly, just as Genji-san and the others said, there are horrible wounds on their necks. Cuts are quite sharp.
Hey, Battler's still talking here.
Yeah.
They forgot. Oh, he was supposed to be talking. Huh?
Huh?
Well, Battler's talking here. I thought this was supposed to be monologue. It reads like it. Doesn't it?
Yeah, actually. I see quotation marks, though.
Yeah, that's what they're called, quotation marks. Dialogue lines.
These are anime speed lines. You're supposed to read this really quickly. Where was I?
The cuts, I think?
Oh, cuts were quite sharp. Almost as though they were sliced with a katana or something. Those gaping wounds in the necks definitely made me want to avert my eyes. But after seeing that Halloween party in the chapel, even though they looked horrible, they were no longer enough to make me feel sick. More importantly, our gazes fell to their legs, to Dr. Nanjo's knee, to Kumasawa-san's ankle. Driven into each of them was something like a knife or stake with a demonic sign.
Oh yeah, that's something we haven't talked about too much. What do you think? The murder weapon. Umineko hasn't placed a great emphasis on it, but that's usually like a staple in murder mysteries. What's the murder weapon? I mean, here. I think you can probably figure it out. There's a magic lightsaber from canon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what about in the case of the other Twilights?
I suppose it could just as easily be a knife.
Okay. Right. So, what about with the 6 adults, like the first Twilight? You think they just went up and stabbed them one by one? It was like, hey, can you step into this room one at a time, and watch your step? There's dead bodies on the floor. Like, oh, Kraus says stab. That's what he was. Oh, stab, and then Emma's like, yo, what's with the stab like that, or because that complicates it a little, doesn't it? Because they could easily have separated them and stabbed them. Or if they had more than one person, they could have overwhelmed them. Any thoughts on that?
I'm counting. 6 people died in there, right?
The first Twilight's always 6.
Yeah, each of the couples.
Like in the epitaph.
And then there were 5 servants. And a Beatrice. Not that she's real or anything. There's a Kinzo.
You think Kinzo would leave his room? Like, as much as he would love to murder his own children, like, do you think he would leave his room for that?
No, he's probably drinking too much.
Anyway. Something to think about. Let's continue.
Oh well. They must have been the same thing that had pierced Jessica's back. What is this? Just like what happened to Jessica-chan. Is this supposed to be some kind of occult ceremony, I wonder? I do not know. The last time I saw their bodies, there was nothing like these. Maybe it was done after they were carried out of the servant room. I was trying to pose it as a question, but I guess not.
I mean,
One
it's Genji.
Dr. Anjo's knee was still standing erect, but the one that had been thrust into Kumasawa-san's ankle might have been a little shallower. It had come out and fallen over. So by looking at the one that had fallen over for the first time, I realized that it wasn't a knife. It was something like a stake. Its full length was probably about 30 centimeters. Oh, it's like 3 centimeters to an inch. It's like, what, 10 inches? It was probably made out of bronze or iron or something of that sort. Even without touching it, I could tell it had some weight to it.
Oh yeah, that's another huge problem with this. Well, it doesn't really count for the first Twilight, but Jessica was stabbed in the back with the stake. Would she die instantly from that? Like,
No.
it'd take a while to bleed out.
It depends on where you stabbed.
She's the only one besides Nanjo and Kumasawa that we can actually see the wound of. Because, you know, stomachs. Unless you think the murder weapon was completely pulverized their stomach. It could have been, you know, like some sort of explosive hidden in their food.
Small bombs.
Yeah, it would have had to been a very tiny. Well, you ruined the joke. Anyway.
It was composed of a grip and a cone-shaped part, and it was obviously made to be a piercing weapon. Maybe it was like a miniature version of those lances Western knights used on horseback. The spiral-shaped ditches in it made it also look like a small drill. However, the grip had an occult design modeled off of a demon or something. So instead of a weapon used in war, it felt like something that would be used in a ceremony to offer up living sacrifices. There's no mistake. There's no mistake. There are to be sacrifices.
On the 7th Twilight, gouge the knee and kill. On the 8th Twilight, gouge the leg and kill. Wait
a sec. That means they lived at the 4th, 5th, and 6th Twilights.
Wait a second, 3 people are missing! Oh. We got a message from our friend saying he loves Umineko. He can probably see you reading Umineko on Discord. No, you don't. Yeah, after we finish this series, we'll do 3 idiots reading Umineko. Please wait for it.
He's in there by himself. Should we?
No! He's used to it.
Okay, you don't want to stop for now?
No.
No? Okay.
I think you're in. Could it be? I think.
No.
Oh, you read that?
Of course. Why is Genji-san alone? Something like this has happened. Why aren't George, Aniki, Goto-san, and Shadow-chan here? Why was Genji-san alone? What's going on? Where did George, Kun, and the other two go? They said they wanted to search for something in Madame Natsuki's room, and they left. They have not returned yet. What did you say?
Are you referring to Cody or you? Alright, the character. Because...
You say they left, but when was that? 2 or 3 hours ago, I believe. Who's talking right
now? Genji said 2 or 3. Either those or Battler, there's no way. Probably Battler.
No way! Why didn't you tell us something that... Like... No. Why didn't you think that was suspicious? There must be at least one servant on standby at all times. It was my duty to wait for the others until they returned. Uh-oh. Was Genji-san really this much of a robot? This is bad. This is bad. It's really bad. Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa-san were killed like this, which means that 3 people have already been killed. We ran towards Aunt Natsuhi's room, with a touch of anxiety and just as much resignation.
If he said a spoiler name, I would have actually murdered him.
Fortunately, I know who that is already.
Yeah, Leviathan's just one of the stakes.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's under Attack on Titan. We're good, we're good.
Before we even saw the inside of Aunt Natsuhi's room, we were forced to resign ourselves to a certain fact.
Unfortunately, you're spoiled of the fact that a Battler is actually the father of Cody Hess. An illegitimate affair.
I couldn't believe it when I heard it. On that door is a bizarre scribble. No, it's filth?
Dead angle!
Anyway, the room wasn't in an ordinary state, and without even opening the door, we could imagine what we'd find inside. On the face of the door... How should I say it? Handprints, done heavily with the same red paint as the magic circles from before.
Tell Cody to shut up!
Had banged on the door, scratched at it, dirtied it. He's gonna keep doing this until we go play Fortnite.
Yeah. Look. We're... There. Oh, hopefully. There! What did you think we're doing? Just like using the music box in Umineko?
I'm so scared.
Of Cody?
I'm gonna click off this chat just so I don't get spoiled.
You're actually scared of being spoiled?
Yeah.
I'm so glad he didn't say a spoilery name. Because there's one name that could actually...
For like the past entire time that you've told me read Umineko, and every time I'm like, what if you just like don't look up anything? Like, I feel this random sense of duty to not look up anything.
Wow. I thought you were just like, every time after we finish the video, you're just like, okay, sweet, Umineko spoilers.
No. If I did that, I'd just straight up tell you who the killer was and how they did it.
Oh yeah, you probably
Just
would.
so I would never have to deal with it ever again.
Even if you did get spoiled, we're still reading this. Even as not a mystery, Umineko's still great. Anyway, your battle is signed. As great as Dead Angle is, let's hurry up so Cody won't die of boredom.
It looks like the aftermath of kindergarten are playing in the mud. I don't know what it could mean. The bright red paint that had been slathered on was dripping down, and even though no one said it, it made us think of blood. Genji-san, please open it. Aunt Rosa held her gun up high in order for Genji-san to open the door. Genji-san approached it without seeming particularly troubled by the stuff on it and turned the knob, but immediately turned around, shaking his head. It was locked. Oh, no, not a closed room. Come on. At that moment, there was only one person in this mansion who could lock and unlock doors at will, Aunt Rosa. This time, Genji-san asked Aunt Rosa to unlock the door instead of the other way around. After frowning slightly for a second, Aunt Rosa handed me a master key and told me to open the door. Battler-kun, would you open it for me with this? Just trusting Genji-san with something like that wouldn't... Aunt Rosa glared at me intensely. Getting into a fight here would only make the mood turn even more sour. Without talking back anymore, I approached that creepy door and tried the knob. It didn't open. It was definitely the resistance of the lock. I stuck the master key into the keyhole.
Look!
Okay.
I get to do the sound effects. That's my job.
There was slight resistance, but only if you do it with, like... Well, never mind. Aunt Rosa told me to be on my guard, and I opened the door without really guarding myself in any way.
They're dead.
And then, there was a scene laid out before us that didn't betray any expectations at all.
Like, come on, like that.
Horrible.
Silent, ooh.
Oh, what? What was that? I heard a noise.
I wonder if it's all of them or... Yep, all of them. Goda first? Oh no, who's fourth? Shannon's fourth. That and Natsuhizume, with a forehead pierced by a weapon shaped like a stake. At the fourth twilight, gouged the head and killed. She spent her last moments with her beloved. Goda, died of Natsuhizume, this chest pierced by a weapon shaped like a stake. At the fifth twilight, gouged the chest and killed. The cook was cooked.
Interesting.
That's a Maria laugh.
That is a Maria laugh.
Died of Natsuhizume, with his stomach pierced by a weapon shaped like a stake. At the sixth twilight, gouged the stomach and killed. It's possible they would have ended up as the second twilight. So now there's 5 people left on the island. Unless Beatrice is the 19th person, in which case there's 5 and a witch. That's also assuming no one faked their death.
As I thought, it's a reproduction of the 4th, 5th, and 6th twilights.
Ooh.
The inside of the room was locked. The inside of the room looked like as though a robber had just broken in. The drawers had been flung open, pulled out, and had their contents thrown about all over the place, leaving the room so cluttered you'd never believed it belonged to the methodical Aunt Natsuki. But the very first thing that caught our eyes was Goda-san's corpse laying face down in front of the door. Right in the center of his chest. Almost as though it had been stuck there to finish off a vampire, was one of those demon stakes from before. Exactly how far could it have reached before being stuck that deeply into his chest?
Are you too close to your mic? Like, I just keep hearing this sound around every sentence. It kind of sounds like you're brushing into your mic or something.
It might be.
Hey, there's that sound again! Like you're adjusting your mic.
Yeah.
Okay. See how that goes.
It's around my neck, so I have to...
Aw.
My like chin bumps into it.
Okay. I'm not gonna question your weird mic setup. Let's continue.
Well, I have like a headset on, and then I have a microphone around my neck.
Okay.
Because the one on my headset sounds like I'm underwater.
I need to
And
get you
I'm
an actual
surrounded by
mic.
helicopters. Mail it to me.
I'll buy a new one and send you my old one. If I ever do get a new one, I'll actually send you my old one.
Sounds good. Where was it?
Exactly.
Oh. Exactly how far could it have reached after being stuck that deeply into his chest? Just imagining it would make anyone's chest hurt. Wasn't gouging the chest the fifth Twilight?
Ooh.
Maria grabbed my hand. Her expression looked just like normal, but maybe she really was afraid of the aura in this room where the three corpses lay. Along the wall farthest into the room, George Aniki lay dead. This time, one of those stakes had been rammed right into the center of his stomach. Wasn't gouging the stomach the sixth Twilight? Shannon's corpse was face down in front of the dresser, laying in a sea of blood. Had she seen her own face at the end, in that horribly broken mirror stained with blood? Because she was lying that way. I couldn't see her face, but I could guess even without seeing it. Nearby in the sea of blood she lay in, the demon stake had fallen. Only the fourth Twilight was left. Gouge the head and kill. Maybe my heart was totally worn out and dead. Even though I knew it was wrong, I lifted her head and checked. And I confirmed that my guess had been right on the mark. There was a gaping hole in Chan's head, and the insides were dripping out. Not only that, you could even see inside her.
Lewd.
After seeing that, I finally realized I was doing something wrong. I immediately averted my eyes, but by now, it was probably pointless. Hey, you Battle Raccoon! That was bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Hey, baby! You mustn't touch anything until the police come. What do you think you're doing, touching it? What will you do if our precious evidence on the scene gets disturbed? Aunt Rosa got violently mad at me and even tugged the back of my collar.
Oh, the screen went flying down.
What? I tottered limply and fell on my butt, gazing dimly up at the ceiling.
Better.
Maria,
Ooh.
with this, even the 8th Twilight is over. What was the 9th Twilight again?
On the 9th Twilight, the witch shall revive, and none shall be left alive.
I see. After this, the Golden Witch HorseyEatYou will be revived. What then? On the final 10th Twilight.
On the 10th Twilight, at Journey's End, you shall attain to the power of the Golden Land's treasures, once and for the last time.
Hey, you read that wrong.
I did?
Yeah, read that again.
You shall attain to the power of the Golden Land's treasures.
No, hold on. Those last like 3 words, something was wrong with them.
Once and for the last time.
No.
At
Read
Journey's
Golden
End?
Land wrong.
Oh! We're done with that. That joke's over. It's dead. Very soon, the door to the Golden Land will be open.
Nicholas, you did it again?
Very soon. The what? Oh, battler.
The witch shall be revived and none shall be left alive. Huh? We're gonna die now? Or does this mean the ceremony of sacrifices is over, and that now, at Journey's End, we'll reach the goal?
Better stop. Silent ooh.
What is our journey? We spent the whole day trying to find the culprit, spinning on our heads as we tried to break out of the situation, and we haven't gotten anywhere. It's like they say, thinking stupid is no better than sleeping. That's right. We spent the whole day burning ourselves up with hatred and paranoia. We were so sure that we could only trust the dead. We came all this way here just to confirm these 3 deaths with our own eyes. If we're like this, why should we be able to make it to the Golden Land?
You have to.
That's right. If we couldn't resolve any of our problems anyways, it would have been so much better if we'd locked ourselves up the whole time without thinking at all. Grandfather's the wisest of us. He'd been shut up in his room since yesterday without any contact with anyone.
This is the neat ending. Apparently goes on to just become a neat.
That was the right decision. Grandfather was the most correct of us all.
It's okay, Battler.
Daijobu.
If you're with me, you'll be okay. The witch is very fickle. She's a terrifying being who might kill humans partly for fun sometimes. Why is Maria so reliable in this episode?
I don't know.
However, if you're with me, you'll be okay. So don't be afraid.
Okay.
Looks like you're thank you.
Thank you. Even if you're just saying it to console me, I'm glad.
You mean console me?
I've been watching E3 all day.
Sony went on, right? How did that go?
Today was Square and Sony, I think.
But
so,
if
yeah.
we reveal E3 was today, people will know that when this gets uploaded, like December, something's up.
Oh, no. After Aunt Rosa finished investigating their corpses, she announced that she'd seal this room again. She chased the rest of us out, stole back the master key she'd lent me, and locked the door again. Apparently, George Aniki had been holding the key to Natsuki's room.
There it is!
He also collected that.
So, Grant.
Hi.
5 master keys and 1 key to Natsuki's room. Yoza had all of the master keys, and George had the key to the inside of the room. All 3 of them were dead.
Okay.
It's a perfect closed room.
They just forgot to lock the door.
The door is locked. Battler even showed that the door was locked.
I guess it depends on what kind of lock the door has.
What do you mean?
Well, some doors just lock the handle, right? Like,
What?
if you lock it, there's no deadbolt. They just, like, the handle won't turn.
It's a lock with a key. Like, what do you mean?
Well, some doors have like handle locks, so that the handle won't turn, so the door won't open, and some of them have deadbolts.
What are you arguing here?
Directly into the wall. I'm arguing that apparently I know doors better than you do.
Door expert over here.
I am a door expert.
You played Persona 3. You related to the
Yeah.
protagonist.
I watched Legend of Korra.
I don't get that one.
I don't either. I just know that like in one scene she's just going through doors.
But unless Rosa somehow disappeared for like 20 minutes while she was with Battle and Maria, that means the only key to Natsuki's room was inside the room, and it was locked.
Okay, I guess we'll find out. I'm sure Battler can come up with a compelling argument.
Relying on Battler!
I'm relying on him to tell me what's stupid.
Just do the opposite of what Battler says.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you not even think of a theory about it?
Choto a minute. What? I mean, no. Like,
There's an incredibly simple one. Someone faked their death and was just hiding under the bed the whole time or something.
well, that seems too simple. Why would anybody do that? That's
Well,
dumb.
having a simple theory is better than having no theory at all.
Okay.
Just go as crazy as possible to get an answer, Grant. Go as deep as you can. Having an answer, no matter how flimsy, is better than having no answer at all.
Kinzo on his roller coaster.
Kinzo could have been hiding under the bed. We don't know where he is.
I mean, he could be. We don't know where. Okay, so Kinzo, with the help of Genji,
That's
they
entirely
busted-
possible.
They busted out the tracks.
No. They
rode down to Natsuhi's room. Listen, I'm going crazy.
Not that crazy. Not
I
that.
asked for crazy. I'm getting
No. Let's keep going. She also collected that.
She got all the master keys on her person. Natsuhi's own key was locked up inside a room. Doesn't that make this another closed room? So what? Is this the fourth closed room?
Your mic is again. Okay.
Now that the suspicion surrounding these three had been cleared, we return to the parlor once more. I don't have a clue what's going on anymore. If only the dead are innocent and everyone else is a wolf, that leaves only me, Aunt Rosa, Maria, and Genji-san. What?
Your mic's still doing it? Sorry.
Alright. And besides us, there's only grandfather and that 19th person, the guest we've seen no trace of, Beatrice. 13 people have died, and 6 are left. How would a wolves and sheep puzzle with only 6 people end? Even though a puzzle that started with 19 people has been reduced to 6, I can't think of an answer.
How long is this chapter? Keep going, keep going.
We returned to the parlor. I was a bit worried that, while we were gone, a creepy magic circle or something might have drawn on the parlor door. But thankfully we didn't find anything like that. Thank you, Genji-san. This is far enough.
You can go
Please
screw off now.
Certainly. Then please, excuse me. Hey, Aunt Rosa, are you saying you'll leave Genji-san all alone in a situation like this? That's right. I do think it's quite dangerous. But in that case, why is he safe? After those 3 headed to Natsuhi Ne-san's room, he was alone the whole time. And yet, he's safe. It's wolves and sheep puzzle. Why would a sheep be safe if it was all alone, and therefore in its weakest possible position? Probably because, by coincidence, there weren't any wolves around. Wrong. Because he wasn't a sheep. You're saying Genji-san's a wolf? He said he was alone in the kitchen, but that's impossible to prove. The only ones who could have carried Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa-san's corpses, who could have killed George and the rest, were him and Beatrice, right? Wait, with that argument, anyone... Battler-sama, thank you for your concern. I believe trust is won not with 100 excuses, but with a simple faithfulness. Even if I am not able to gain your trust, I wish to be faithful until the end. Genji-san.
Battling became Kinzo.
Roller coaster. Then we're decided. If you truly are innocent, the police will prove that for us when they come tomorrow. So, until then, we cannot remove you from suspicion. After your long years of service, I find it truly painful to treat you so poorly. But please understand about tonight. When tomorrow comes, please let us make up again. Genji-san gave his head a small shake. Today and tomorrow, I will continue to be a servant of the Ushirimiya family. If you need anything, please say so at any time. Then, if you'll excuse me. After hearing all that, there was nothing left to say. Genji-san bowed deeply and left down the hall.
It's still doing it!
It's because I'm moving!
Stop moving! No breathing allowed on Umineko. And immediately Rosa just starts being like, ha! Idiot Genji was the killer the whole time.
Haha! He shoots him, everybody's okay. Then, we entered the room. Even though Aunt Rosa still held all of the master keys herself, she thoroughly checked the inside of the parlor again. She opened the curtains and checked again to make sure the windows were locked. As I watched, how should I say it, I felt like it didn't really matter anymore. If I said anything careless, it would turn into another fight. For a while, I gazed at her from the corridor, figured I'd just wait about long enough, and entered the parlor behind her. If she doesn't trust anyone but the dead, why doesn't she just go around killing everyone with the gun she's got in her hand? And then, in the end, she realized for herself that she is the wolf. She realized that she herself is the wolf. And then she can just blast through the head of the final wolf and close the curtains.
On this insane murder drama.
Battler. Batura. Whatever. Then she can just blast through it out of the final wolf and close the curtain on this insane murder drama. As I thought that bitterly, I returned to the sofa where I'd been encamped before, rudely resting both of my feet on the table. When I tried to do that, I found something there and stopped moving my feet. What is this? Oh no. Right there, almost as though it had been addressed to me, was a Western envelope. It was that envelope from before, with the seal of the one-winged eagle. And it was unopened.
Ooh.
Wait. What is this? Who put it in a place like this? And when?
There's a witch.
Until I went with everyone to check the corpses, I was sitting here the whole time. There wasn't anything there then. And when I returned, it was here.
It's okay. Everything. Oh, Yozo.
It's okay. Everything's still locked up securely. This room is safe. I heard Rosa muttering that. Wait. We made sure this room was safe when we left it. We checked that the windows were all perfectly locked. Then we locked up, came back, and the windows were still locked. Then... Wait. Who put this letter here? And how? I opened the letter. 2 pieces of stationery came out. That is not how you spell stationery. There's a typo?
Is it?
There's a typo. Stationery is spelled with an E instead of an A.
Are you sure?
Yep, 100%. Google it.
Oh. Station Eric? Okay, send that into Umineko.
$11. $11.
You can't just say $11 to everything.
Yes, I can. The first page had a magic circle drawn on it with something like blood. If I asked Maria, she'd probably know what it meant. There was writing on the other page.
Having made progress in solving the epitaph, in just a short while, your time will be up in a flash. The ninth twilight will begin quite soon. I wasn't sure if I should do that.
No, it came in perfectly. There was no mistake. It was a letter from Beatrice.
Ooh. Battler. What is that?
When we came here just now, it was sitting right here. What happened, Maria? Huh? Battler-kun, that letter? Wait, it was sitting right here. Why? Even though we checked to make sure this room was locked. Why? Why? Lazada! Maria, come here. Oh no.
Well, some cheap puzzle.
Aunt Rosa closed her eyes just a little, and after thinking silently for a moment, told Maria to come. Maria obeyed her mother's words. As she did, something unbelievable happened. Aunt Rosa put the barrel of the gun at me. Battler-kun, I have concluded that you are a wolf.
Listen to this jam!
Why? When I came into the room just now, I saw that there was nothing at all on the table. And I know that Maria did not approach that table. We're talking about a short stretch of time. But the only one who claims to have approached the table and found the letter is you. How can you... Wait, that's all screwed up. Why would I put something like this here? Wait. I just found something suspicious and reported it, right? Why are you suspecting me? Because only you could have set that letter there. That's right, this is all a charade. You pulled an envelope from your pocket, then acted as though you'd found it. To create the illusion that the witch entered the closed room, set down a letter, and left. Dumbass? Are you thinking like that again? Are you going to suspect me because of something like that? Cut it out. My dad and everyone else were killed. Why would I take part in that covert scheme? True. Even if you were offered a large sum of money, I don't want to believe in the existence of the sort of demon who could sell out their own parents. And again, maybe such a demon does exist. No, that's a bad way to say it. What if you didn't view Rudolph Nissan and Kirei-san as your parents? Sorry, I'm thinking Kyrie because E3 Square Enix.
Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts is coming out next year, right?
January, I believe.
Okay, I don't have a PlayStation 4, so...
Are you ready for delays?
Or what? Delays? Oh,
Already-
yeah. That game will never come out.
We got nothing about the Final Fantasy VII remaster, by the way.
Oh yeah, that game's getting a remaster.
What? Think about what you're saying. Dad is dad, right? Of course, I'm not related to Kirei-san by blood, but she's like a big sister to me. No way in hell I'd let a comment like that slide, you bastard.
Ooh! Stop it!
I like the slowly increase in pitch and volume ooh.
Ooh!
Stop saying ooh! I'm sorry, that was a bad way to put it. True, Ushidamiya Battler-kun may be Rudolph Nissan's child, but are you really that Battler-kun? What the hell are you talking about? If I'm not Battler, who else do I look like?
Black Battler.
All of us, excluding Rudolph Nissan, are seeing you for the first time in 6 years. No one can prove you really are Ushidamiya, right?
That's not true, by the way. Rudolph and Kirei have seen Battler before in the last 6 years.
I'm sure they see each other all the time.
Not all the time in the last 6 years, but periodically.
I'm sure every so often they get pictures. Maybe you aren't Battler, but someone who's snuck in, making a skillful bid to steal the wealth of the Ushidamiya family. Can you clearly prove that you're Ushidamiya Battler? Right here? Right now? Nay? Cut it out, damn it! I'm me! Ushidamiya Battler! If we're gonna suspect even things like that, are you really Ushidamiya Rosa? I'm myself, no one else! Yeah, that's right. It's just as you say, you can't trust anyone but corpses and yourself. If you're gonna go that far, let me make an objection. Hold on, I gotta Google.
No, don't do it! Don't do it! No.
I should have just done it without saying anything.
That's bad. I cross-counted that objection.
Kraus countered.
Cross-counted, yeah.
George Anarchy and the other... George Anarchy and the others are found dead, and Natsumi's room was locked. George Anarchy had the key to that room, right? And by now, the only one with the master key is you, Aunt Rosa, right? Aren't you the only one who could have unlocked that room? They're together the whole time. They're dumb.
Well, she could have given that key to someone.
You're in contact with the real culprit, and while I wasn't looking, you let them one of the 5 master keys. Do something like that? See, there are 5 of them right here, right? As if it matters. You could have had them set in a prearranged spot and collected it, right? And weren't you the one who doubted whether there were really 5 master keys? So, how do you suggest that someone other than yourself is that letter here? Until you find proof someone else did it, you're a wolf. Shut up! Why don't you show me some proof? How do you claim the culprit killed George Anarchy and the rest in that closed room? How did they lock it? How did they lock it? How did they lock it?
Well, I mean, that's exactly right. Natsumi's room was exactly the same, just like usual. The door and windows were locked.
Slow down.
Are you writing?
Red Truth. Natsumi's... Oh wait,
Take your time.
Which Twilight is this?
Just call this the 4th Twilight. The way I see it, 3rd Twilight, first, 2nd Twilight, you know those. I call the 3rd murders that happened the 3rd Twilight just because it's easier than the 4th murders that happened the 4th Twilight. Okay. The door and windows were locked from the inside. There were no frauds or tricks, no means of secret passages, nor places in which to hide. Natsumi's own key was in George's pocket, and the inside of the room was sealed off. Only the 5 master keys were left, and Yosa was holding all of them. And let me say this, the parlor's the same. The key to the parlor itself is sealed away in the servant room. So unlocking it without a master key is impossible. The definition of a closed room remains the same as always. Come on! Now there's only one suspect! Or are you still playing innocent? Ushidamiya Battler!
Oh man.
Not recording during 1 a.m. is the best because I can actually be loud and be Beatrice. Are you writing that down?
Yep.
I'll do the... Oh, okay, never mind. It's just shut up. Never mind.
What? Oh my god, really?
Oh, there's even more red?
Shut up! You shut up too! You're the one who should shut up. How do you claim the letter was placed here by anyone other than you? Unless you can prove such a thing happened, you're a wolf. If we can suspect me, then we can suspect you too. So try showing some proof yourself. In anime. And anyway, weren't you the first person in this room and start checking the windows, Aunt Rosa? Then you guessed that I'd go back to where I'd been sitting and secretly put the letter there. It's possible for us to suspect that this is a trap of yours, right? Why would I use a trap like that? If I was a wolf, I'd shoot you with this gun without question. That proves nothing! Maybe you chose the roundabout way of setting a clever trap because you couldn't commit murder in front of Maria. All the master keys in your hands are in your hand, whatever. So what happened, both here and in the last room, was all you're doing, right? If you think you can talk your way out of this, then let's hear your excuses. That's right. You've been suspicious from the start, Aunt Rosa. Why is the demon that was 6 adults in the family conference were killed? You were the only exception. Why are you the only one not in that chapel? There could be only one reason. You invited Dad and the rest there and killed them. Damn it. Damn it. That explains everything, doesn't it? Don't mess with me.
Don't frick with me.
Don't frick with me. Stop saying things that don't make sense. It's not late night Umineko, so I can't say bad words.
Oh yeah. Oh! Stop it!
I was taking a drink. I wasn't ready for that.
You mustn't bite. Mama 2, Battler 2, stop it! Stop it! It's no one's fault. It's not Battler's or Mama's fault. The witch did all of this. It was done with magic. It's no one's fault. Ooh!
Oh god. Oh god. Was not prepared. I was taking a drink and I just heard
If you
Maria.
choked into laughing at ooey, that would be like the best death ever.
Honestly. That's how I want to go.
I guess you could say you found it amusing.
Amusing?
Yeah.
Maria thrust herself between Aunt Rosa and me as the blood had started rising to her heads. I was taken aback by Maria's crying voice and returned to my senses. I had acted shamefully just now. My eyes filled with tears, not like they weren't already.
What? No, he isn't crying.
That's right. It's all the witch's fault, isn't it? All this talk about keys and tricks and alibis, all of it was stupid. Even though it's the work of the witch, we weren't even able to trust each other as humans. Right, Aunt Rosa? From the beginning, there wasn't a human culprit. It was all the work of the witch. So there's no way you're the culprit. There's no way Maria, Genji-san, or I am either. So why does it come to this?
What do you think about the letter, Grant?
Well, it could only be one of the two people in the room that doesn't battle her, right?
Yeah, and Rosa said she doesn't see Maria near the table.
So it's either Rosa or Maria has really good aim. Because Rosa went in there first, right?
I believe so. She said she saw, I believe both Battler and Rosa, or maybe just Rosa, I forget, saw the table without the letter on it when they entered. Meaning one of the three in the room had to have done it.
Right.
And if we assume that, that means one of the three of them is an accomplice. Or the culprit themselves.
As stupid as it sounds, I'm actually like really starting to lean towards Maria.
Really?
Yeah.
Nobody ever suspects the 90-year-old.
Right?
Hidden in her handbag.
Listen here.
Wait, hold on, I have a funny joke.
I played Persona 3.
Is it Persona 3? Oh, Ken. I hate you, Ken. I don't actually hate Ken, but he's popular to be hated on. But hidden in Mira's handbag, there's just like a Glock.
I can see that.
Anyway.
Why am I screaming at Aunt Rosa, who I loved? Why am I having this fight with the kind aunt I love so much? Why? Why does everyone have to suspect each other? I'm not gonna suspect my aunt. I'm not gonna suspect anyone. It's all the work of the witch. It's all the work of Beatrice. It's all a crime that Beatrice committed with magic. Pietorici. Pietorici!
Summoning his inner Kinzo.
Please, show yourself here. And confess to us that you did everything. I'm sorry already. I'm sorry we've been suspecting each other like this. So forgive us. Release us. Release us from this hell of suspecting each other until we see each other die. Give me my kind relatives and cousins back. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it all. You definitely exist. It's your victory. Oh, it's Kinzo.
Do the Kinzo voice. Do it.
Do the Kinzo voice?
Do the Kinzo voice.
I don't remember my Kinzo voices.
Show yourself! Oh! Beatrici!
Beatrici! Beatrici! Oh, desire. Spaghetti. Am I still alive?
It's Kinzo!
Oh, it's Kinzo!
Who else would it be?
Did you tell me it was Kinzo?
Yeah, I did.
Am I still alive?
You remember the Kinzo voice? Apparently, some time ago, Kinzo had fallen into a doze. He searched for his spectacles and looked at the clock. He wears spectacles? It was 10 p.m.
That person's ceremony. Let's see. How far has it progressed? Must have come quite far by this time.
Kinzo lifted his heavy body from the chair and approached the portrait of the witch that he had gazed at every day.
Beatrici, very soon I will have a chance to be reunited with your smile. I care not if I die. If I can just see your smile one more time, I will not regret this life. So, for heaven's sake, let me meet with you one more time.
One more chance.
One more chance.
You won't get that reference.
Then let me swear my love to you. Let me apologize for my crimes.
I was like, whoa!
Beatrici. But I won't let you escape. You are mine. From your hair to your toenails, to the dirt under your toenail. Okay. Kinzo's in defeat. Kinzo wants to suck them toes.
Oh no!
You are mine. Every fragment of your flesh is mine. Even the broth of your corpse is mine. Okay, this gets weird.
He's into some weird stuff. Don't
I
keep
won't
shame.
let you escape. This time you won't slip from my hands. I'll make you mine for all eternity. I'll never let you escape a second time. I will never let you escape a second time.
Kinzo howled in rage. Suddenly fell to his knees as he shook and scraped at the wall. In an instant, he had started sobbing. Come on, cry. Do the Kinzo cry.
Ah! That's wrong. I didn't want to say something like this. Beatrici. Please, let me see you one more time. Even if you only let me apologize. Ah, Beatrici.
That was pretty good up until the end there.
I can't, man. You are beloved, yearned for. I was mistaken. If you would just smile, I wouldn't need anything else. I made a mistake. I made a mistake back then. I did something that cannot be taken back. You skins of me. An atonement. I offer all that remains of my life. In order to apologize to you. In order to atone for my crimes. I offered everything. Please, even if it must happen as I die, at least let me apologize. Just once. Beatrici. Ah. Ah. Ah.
Is he? What is he doing here? Is he crying? Is that
I don't know. He's screaming.
Something? Nope. His Kinzo shook and cried. A butterfly appeared out of nowhere behind his small back like a flake of gold leaf. It slowly descended. You fool, Kinzo. Did you think any woman out there would fall for a man's tears? Well, even if it wouldn't make a human woman fall for you, I do the trick for a woman who is not human. Kinzo, do you remember? That game of chess you played with me, which is still ongoing. Kinzo, so he had suddenly remembered something, approached the chess set. It was as it had been during the game he had played with Nanjo yesterday. After knocking all the pieces off the chessboard, he began to line them up again one by one. It was set up for an ongoing game.
That's right. Like this. I advanced my queen. It was quite a spectacular move. Perhaps it was a little too intense for you. I worried whether you'd abandon your piece or not. Worried for so long.
Kinzo waited, with the opposite seat empty. Surely very soon, his opponent would appear there. And he would be able to restart this game again. You fool, Kinzo. You want to apologize? You want to see my face again? You want to make my smile an eternal thing? Why can't you say a much simpler word? Even though that is the sole element of this world. You remember what the sole element of this world is?
Love.
Exactly. At that time, Kinzo muttered. Was it a prayer? An entreaty? Entreaty?
Entreaty.
Entreaty. It's probably best to just call it muttering.
I love you, Beatrice.
They were pure words, like something an innocent child would say, without any evil intent. You really are a fool, Kinzo. If you ever have the chance to do your life over again, know that those words will never cause a woman to fall for you. That's right. Not unless a miracle happens. That's what makes this... At that moment, Kinzo definitely heard a small knock, one with a tempo that differed from those of the servants.
Who is it?
The woman beyond the door didn't answer.
I'm asking who you are. Will you not answer?
The woman beyond the door didn't answer.
Could it be? Oh, could it be? Beatrice? Beatrice? Beatrice! I miss Beatrice, Kinzo.
The woman beyond the door answered. On the ninth twilight, the witch shall revive, and none shall be left alive.
And that's the end of Umineko.
Yeah, and that's it! You read it! Yep. Next time we'll end the episode itself, and the one after that will be the tea parties. Then we're done with episode 2. Looks like it's 11:32 now. It's not exactly 11:30. I forgot about the scene that's about to happen. Okay. So thanks for everyone. Thanks for everyone watching, guys. Thanks everyone for watching.
Everyone, thanks. Watch. Thank you. Good. Excellent.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back next time with, the pseudo finale. Bye.